Hi and welcome back to a new video with me. I am the guy who knits, aka Knity Guy. In this knit chat we are going to do what we usually do, or have been doing at least. We're going to go through the finished projects, what I am working on right now, and what I am planning on making in the future. So, as you notice, I haven't been uploading in a while, and so this is, I guess, how it's gonna be forward. And it's kind of sad, but you know, I just upload whenever I feel like it, because I don't want it to be forced either, because I don't think you like watching videos that feel like it's forced on you, like, or at least forced on me to make them. I want to make them when I feel genuinely interested, and or I am interested but have the energy to do it. So yeah, I'm sorry as usual, but yeah, here I am again, like 2 months later, or 1.5, or whatever it is. Also, one thing I was thinking about, it feels like every new video I have like a new hairstyle. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah, take a look for yourself. I don't know, or I think I had this one in the previous video. Like sometimes I like to have kind of, you know, like I like a line in the middle of my head. Oh, this sounds so weird when I say it in English, but you know, when your hair is just like this. Yeah, so I have that sometimes. Today I was in church, so I had to fix myself a little bit more. I didn't want to look like a homeless person when walking to church, so hence why I also have a shirt and this knitted vest that you have been seeing like 500 times now, it feels like. It's a drops pattern, drops charisma. Check out some other video and you'll, you know, hear it from the beginning. But yeah, I love this vest. I am pretty happy. It's a drops retro pattern, so it's kind of, I don't know, like an 80s vibe over this one, because I don't think people like to knit these kind of, you know, patterns anymore, or at least until like now. I think petite knit, you know, the storm sweater, which I am going to talk a little bit about later on. I think it's kind of the similar vibe when you have this like these different sections with different kind of patterns, like knits and pearls. So that is kind of what is going on this vest. So it's kind of a gray color, or like a gray beige color. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, kind of a gray beige color. Also, I hope you don't hear my family downstairs. They are like doing some work on the outside in the garden, but I shut my window, so we should be clear. So anyways, so today's finished object is a shawl for my mother's friend, which is also my friend, I guess. I did show it in the last video. Turned out pretty good. Sadly, I didn't take a photo or a video of it before I sent it to her, but I guess it'll do with just putting up a picture somewhere, how it's going to look like, or how it looks like on the Drops website. So copyright, so on, please don't charge me with something illegal. It's a lace pattern, and I knit it in Drops alpaca silk, I think it's called. Yeah, like the mohair, or it's kind of a mohair thread, but it's alpaca instead. Yeah, you get me. Anyways, I have a couple, 3 projects that I'm working on right now. Some I am thinking it goes pretty well with. Some things doesn't go as well. I'll show you them. So let's begin with the kind of sad news. So I think I told you in the last video that I was planning on making a cardigan for my grandmother for her birthday, which was in, I need to think, yeah, in September, but I think it was the 9th or so, 13th. This is embarrassing, but yeah, as you can see, it's not really finished. I haven't been working on this very much lately because I am so unhappy, or not happy with the how this one is turning out, because my gauge is like crazy, like somewhere in the wild deserts. I don't know, it's far away from where it should be. It is like supposed to be 24 stitches. I am knitting it with the baby merino from Drops. Now my neighbor is coming, please don't look up the window. But I think, and I'm supposed to have 24 stitches, maybe I said that, but I have like 30, 31, like, you know, crazy. Knitting it on 3mm needles, and I know that drops patterns usually have like a looser tension than what I prefer, and so I guess this yarn should in fact have like a different gauge than it has. I think it should be like 28. I know some yarns in the same length, the same weight, have like 27, 28 stitches per 10 centimeters, which is kind of the case, or would have been the case with this one. I don't know if I want to continue this. I was kind of determined to unravel the whole thing, because I think I did all of the increases for the, sleeves or whatever. Like it's not a raglan sweater, so I don't know how to refer to the increases, but yeah, anyways, the increases for the, up here. I think I did the last one, so it kind of feels sad to unravel the whole thing, but at the same time, if I'm going to make this project like 3mm needles, it's a big project, it's a cardigan, something I want to be nice for my grandmother. I don't really want to waste my time doing something that doesn't turn out the way I want to. You know how it is. But at the same time, I don't have the heart or like, towards myself to unravel it. It feels so sad. I really don't want to do it. But if it's what I have to do, then I will do it. But I think I will look at it once more to see if I really have to unravel it, because I think it, for this kind of cardigan, like this pattern, especially when you have buttonholes for it, I think it's pretty bad if you don't have the correct tension or the correct gauge, because when you're doing the increases, they are kind of, it's all compromised. No, not compromised, but getting smaller since I knit tighter. So let's say that my armhole, well, obviously my armhole is here, and the sleeve should be, how do you say? Yeah, so the increases would end like here somewhere, or at least I would connect the body, the front and the back and so on, but if I don't have the correct tension, like lengthwise, this will become like way crazier than it should be, because then I would have like, in theory, or like actually I would have my armhole like up here, which wouldn't be right because I knit tighter, and so it goes up a bit rather than being down here where it should be. So I don't know if I dare to, because of, like, especially merino wool, you can stretch out quite a bit, and I know probably I would be able to stretch it out to 24 centimeters. No stitches, even though it sounds crazy. I can't talk today. Even though it sounds crazy to have like 30 and to become 24, but at the same time, I think it relaxes quite a bit when you put it in water. I think it already relaxed a bit, because when you knit tight, you pull the yarn quite a bit. So when you are leaving it for a while, it starts to go back together somehow. So I think I could get away with that one, but not the lengthwise. So I don't know. Please comment, help me. Yeah. So that is one project that I am not really happy with how it's going right now, but let's move on to the next one, which is going pretty much better. So speaking of copyright, I am attempting, can you see? Obviously you can see this is an attempt for the breeze bag. However, I am not using the pattern for breeze bag. It is my own attempt without any pattern in mind. I've never done a bag before, so this is the first time. So back here I attempted, which I think failed quite a bit, but it doesn't really matter the first time, but I was increasing in the round, so it turns out like a circle. Now you can just see half a circle somewhere here, and it's quite difficult to see, but yeah, you see what I mean. At least I have been increasing, I think, in 8 places, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 8 places. So then I also used, I think it's the same stitch as she does. It's called lace mesh in the what's it called? I think it's called the Knitter's Bible. Like I have it on the public, or we have it on the public library, which I borrowed it from. So I have it over here on a pile of yarn and books. So I used that stitch in order to, yeah, make the, well, so-called breeze bag, even though it isn't. I'm not sure, this just stopped for some reason. I think it's because of the next project that I'm working on right now, which I'm going to show you in just a bit. But I am making this one, which is like at least similar to the original color of the breeze bag. I am making it in the drops, what's it called? Light cotton? Cotton light? Not sure. Well, I think it's 50% cotton and 50% polyester. So I actually like this yarn. I was like so much, you know, anti this yarn. I thought like, oh, I don't want to have like plastic fiber or whatever polyester is. But I was thinking, you know, screw it. I'll just go with it. And it's so soft. Obviously, it must be durable since it's, you know, a very, not sturdy material. But yeah, you get me. It's very, yeah, you can use it quite a bit without it being broken. And yeah, I'm impressed actually. I like this material. I wouldn't make like a sweater with it, I think, because it wouldn't breathe very much, I assume. But yeah, it works perfectly for this kind of project, and it's, yeah, I like it quite a bit. Very soft. So we'll see where this one goes. I have no idea. For now, it's just put on hold because I have more important stuff to do. Because this was kind of more like I wanted to try it out and just have this project whenever I get bored and want a smaller project than maybe a sweater. But yeah, I couldn't help myself starting this project. So here it is, an attempt for the breeze bag, my own version, kind of. So the next project is a bit more authentic. It's a petit knit pattern. I don't know if I spoke about this one like in the last video or so, but I have this wonderful brown color yarn from Dale. It's their natural lanolin wool yarn, which is quite expensive, I'd say. If you don't buy it on Garnish, my favorite site, you know it. Please sponsor me, Garnish. I will talk so good about you. They have such nice yarns, good prices, like yarns that you wouldn't regularly find on like, or at least I don't think you would on like normal sites that sell yarn, at least not for this price. So very happy with that. But the project that I am working on, which is soon to be finished, is a anchor sweater, my boyfriend's size. It's turning out pretty well, I would say. So I did the sleeve because I hate knitting sleeves, so I wanted to have one done, and then I started continue with the body. I did this in the size, or I'm making it in the size medium. I am usually large, so I was looking at the measurements and I was like, it just struck me like, since when do I have medium nowadays? But obviously, according to the measurements, I was supposed to do the medium version. However, as usually nowadays, I have quite unreliable tension when knitting. So this was in fact knit up, or it's knitting up too tight for me. Or not really too tight, because the yarn suggests that you have 4mm needles and you get 22 stitches per 10 centimeters. I'm supposed to have for the anchor sweater 20 stitches per 10 centimeters. So that's a bit worrying. I do think like it's totally fine though. I will stretch it to death if I have to. Like the ribbing is very stretchy, obviously. This one, or this portion, section, whatever, not very much. So it's quite tight, but at the same time I feel like I can stretch it a lot. And I also know that I have a pretty irregular, no, that's not the word. No, it must be irregular. Well, at least I don't have the same tension for the like upper section versus the down portion here. I think I need way looser down here and way tighter up here, and that's, you know, always what I do in knitting, and that's why I will never become a good knitter. But yeah, I am at least trying here. So I am pretty happy. Like, it's a very woolly yarn without it being too itchy, I think. Like, obviously I can feel that it's wool, but it's not that bad, I think. I don't know if it's like treated with something. It shouldn't be. Like, natural lanolin doesn't sound like it's treated. What do I know? So yeah, I think it's turning out pretty well. I am very excited to finish this one because I really want to have it on. I want to stretch it out, and I do have a sweater that I really like the fit of. Like, it's the perfect fit, I would say, which I have as a guideline and to help me when I am blocking this one in order to get it the size I want to. So we are yet to see what this is going to become, but so far so decently good, I would say. So yeah, very nice. I totally recommend the yarn. I totally recommend the pattern. It's very easy to knit. No problems whatsoever. Clear instructions as usual from Petite Knit. It's just me that is a bit error here, which can't be helped, I suppose. I guess I just have to train to have the same tension. Don't know what I'm doing. If I am holding the yarn differently, holding the knitting needles differently, like in different occasions when I knit, but yeah. Nothing I can help right now because I don't want to unravel this beauty. I think you couldn't tell anyways, obviously. At least not from there where you are watching this video. So yeah, very nice. And it has raglan increases here after the increased rib or whatever you call it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections of ribbing when you are increasing in between them. And then, as I said, you have this raglan, the last portion here before separating the sleeves, which are knitted on later on, or now as I'm doing it. So yeah, I'm almost finished like lengthwise, and then I'll just knit the last sleeve and weave indents, and then it's finished, ready for blocking. So yeah, that is all that I have in mind right now, or that I'm working on right now. And the finished project we couldn't see, obviously, because I already gave it away. Kind of sad. Need to think about that in the future. What I am planning on making, well, I do have some projects in mind. I don't know if I was talking about it in the last video, but I'm thinking about a Moby sweater that I have yarn for. Sadly, or not sadly because I like the yarn, but yeah, sadly I have the similar or the same yarn for the Moby sweater, which is going to be knit up in this beautiful natural lanolin yarn from Dale. However, I am going to have a navy color for that one, which I am really happy with, but I am worried about the tension. I don't remember if I bought the amount of yarn for large or medium, because if I did large, then I could just, you know, knit it and don't be worried if I knit it a bit too tight, because then obviously it will compensate because I chose the larger size. Because I do believe it's the same with the sizing for the Moby sweater. I think I would be able to have the medium version instead of the large version. And so yeah, they are compensating with that. If I knit too tightly, but I hope I won't. Maybe I'll just use a bigger size needle, 4.5 instead of 4. Don't know about that yet. I guess I'll have to make a gauge swatch. So that's what I'm thinking on next, because this project is a bit easier. However, I need to consider putting in line first the cardigan from my grandmother. Either I unravel or I don't. Either way, I have to be finished by Christmas, because it didn't turn out as a birthday gift, obviously. So I'm thinking that maybe I should just make it a Christmas gift, because why not? So that's what I have in mind for now. So the Moby sweater I would really like to have finished before Christmas, or at least the winter, or at least when it's still winter, so I don't finish it in like, I don't know, March. March is when it's like getting not necessarily very much warmer, but at least the snow is going away. And then also the feeling for having a warm sweater. But we'll see. We'll see. So this is where I forgot to talk about the storm sweater. I'm not really sure whether or not I like it even, but I'm planning on making it probably because, you know, it's pretty close to the same design as the vest that I'm wearing in the video. I think it's a easy but fun pattern. Yeah, I don't know what yarn I should use. I could use the same yarn that I'm talking about here, like the Dale yarn, natural lanolin wool. But yeah, I'm not sure. I will think about that for a while, I believe. Like, it's a nice sweater and all, but is it worth buying? I don't know. Maybe I could just, you know, take the same design from the vest, which is free from drops, and then I could just add a couple of sleeves and, yeah, I don't know. Maybe make a different neckline, a normal O, no, not O, ring, whatever it's called, neckline for that one. So, not really sure. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. I'll get that maybe in the next video. So, I'll update you on what is going on with that. So yeah, thank you for listening to this later on added memo. Well, that's it for this video. I hope this little update will do for now. I have so many like kind of videos that I want to make, but I don't have the time. I'm studying on full time. I am working partially like hours in the week, or at least I try to. I have like church where I help out some, and then some things with politics. So I am a busy person right now, and next week I'm going to have an exam like over the whole week. So I have from Monday to Friday to finish it at home on my computer. So I hope I'll make it. Please root for me. But yeah, that was everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.